Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately we can't put it to your feed. So
I'll share it in there eventually.
that's too
So
bad.
yeah, everybody, so you know, I'm in Facebook jail because I was messaging too many people. I've never had that happen to me before, and let me tell you, it's pain.
It's a pain in the butt. I've had it happen a couple of times and it just is frustrating. You want to do something and then you can't, and yeah.
Well, it's showing up, but it's showing up. Who knows? We'll see. I'm not worried about it. I'm lucky to even be on here. So, how was your week?
It was good. The weather here has been fantastic.
Nice.
Tyler's mom was able to come and visit us. We both did our self-quarantining and all that good stuff. So she was able to come and see her grandson. So she was happy about that.
Yeah.
It was so nice to have company here.
I know. I was saying that my mom and dad are coming for a visit on the 25th. We're not going to be all like huggy, kissy, everything like that, but we're going to cohabitate in the same house. Yeah, my mom's a hugger too, so it's going to be really tough for her.
Yeah. I know, even if I just go for a walk with my mom and stuff, it's awkward. Like, oh, don't touch. Oh, don't touch.
I know. And then I was telling Lynn that my oldest, I was going to say son. She's a girl, daughter. No, I have not been drinking. Okay. She and her, I say husband to be, he sometimes disagrees, but no pressure, Colin. Anyways, they're looking at getting a dog. So it's in Vanderhoof. So they may be coming through for a night up and a night down, I guess, because I think it's like 6 hours from Barrier. So,
oh, is it? Wow.
Yeah, apparently, because they got to go up and past Prince George or something like that.
Oh, so it's very north.
Yeah, very north. So they're finding out if it can be flown down, but I don't know. She wants to come and have a visit, so
that would be nice.
Yeah. I know. It's kind of. I just can't believe how much I miss all that. Like, even just like my aunt that lives here going, you know, like we used to go for lunch once a week. And we do have like social distancing, like driveway visits and stuff where we sit, you know, way apart on the driveway. And she comes over and sits way across the deck and you know, we visit stuff. So at least we've had that. Jeff's back to work, so he's happy. He gets to talk to people.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's amazing how you think like, oh, it's going to be fine. We're going to be okay. But like, and then you come to terms like, I miss it.
Yeah, you know, and it's going to be interesting to see now that we're opening up what's going to happen and how things are going to go with this. Of course, it's summer, so it should be less anyways, just like flu, like the regular flu. But everybody needs to be safe still. So make sure that everybody's, you know, still taking precautions and whatnot. I mean, it's not a free for all. So,
and for us, we haven't had to deal with this yet, but Logan loves being outside, like loves it. And I think tomorrow it's supposed to rain, and not just rain, but like pour all day.
Torrential, yes.
And so we're not quite sure, because any other day you could like go swimming in a pool. You could go to some gym or something, right? And let them just run around.
I say let them out. Let him out there in the puddles, and
he does have a jacket.
Funny. We had sunshine, beautiful, nice warm weather all day, and then all of a sudden these black clouds kind of rolled in, and it was sunny but raining. It was kind of weird. So there was a rainbow somewhere, and then one crack of lightning or thunder, or I guess lightning first, then thunder. The dog was sitting on my head, so just one, and I was like, oh, I hope that, because I don't know. They come unglued, the dogs.
Oh, yeah.
That or fireworks. But, yeah, we've, Jordan is recovered. She's doing well. So everybody knows.
Oh, she's doing good?
Yeah, she's figured out definite triggers that, you know, she can't eat certain things now that her gallbladder is on, which apparently is common. A couple scary times, though, when she was like, in so much pain after eating something that I was like, what? This isn't, she got it out. Like what? Anyways, after doing our homework on it and stuff. So now she knows, and it's been much better. So yeah.
Well, that's good.
But other than that, we've been, my mom coming. So obviously I'm getting my house kind of clean to mom standards.
I know the only time I ever cleaned is when I had people come over. Now nobody comes over.
I know, and it's kind of, I mean, I definitely kept up with like the wiping the doorknobs and shit, but I didn't get, lifted couches and stuff. Or this one, here's a good one. The crumbs in the cutlery drawer.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta get those things out. Yeah.
How do they always end up in there?
I honestly don't know. I have no idea, but there's always like toast crumbs in there.
Yes. Our toaster's not even close.
Maybe you have crumbs on your hand, you reach for them. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know, honestly. And I don't wipe the counters with the drawers open, so.
Oh, that's so funny.
But there's always crumbs in there, so you gotta get that.
Yeah.
That stuff. But let's see. My garden's doing really good. I already had some salad out of it. Everything because we've had some nice hot weather, so things are looking really good. We're past that danger of frost, so that's good. We did have a hailstorm though. I think it was after our show last week. I think it was like Thursday or maybe it was even the weekend last week, and it was white. Like the ground was white from hail. So
wow.
It sounds like we have this metal like covering over our deck, like it's a covered deck. Holy man, it sounds like machine guns out there. It was really loud.
I love that.
Yeah, it was every season in one day here that day. It was crazy. So,
yeah, those are good ones.
So I hope everybody read the book. It was so good. I just love it.
But can I touch on last week how I said everybody should come up with a goal?
Yes.
Can I say what mine is?
Yes.
Can you guess based on my posts?
Running. How many miles are you going to get up to?
I'm going to enter half marathon.
Good for you.
Yeah, but I wanted to do one in September, but they canceled them all this year.
Yeah.
For good reason. But I was like, well, it's going to be like, if I wait till next year, it's going to be so far out that I hope I can keep the momentum going. Right?
Yeah. You could do your own little, like, map out, what is it, 13 kilometers, or is it 13 miles?
13 miles. So it's 21.1 kilometers.
That's a half?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Hey,
hope you got a good sports bra.
Oh, I do.
Man.
Yeah,
you could map it out, and and Tyler and the boys can like stop every couple miles and hand you like bananas and drinks and stuff like that. You could do it. Yeah. Go live as you're running.
Yeah, right. Hey.
No, good for you. I know I've seen your posts.
That's put on one of those helmets and have it dangling there, right?
Are you still doing any of the Limitless?
No.
Okay. I thought maybe that was a Limitless thing.
No, I haven't gone further than like number 7. But that is kind of what started it. I used to run a little while ago.
Oh, you should let Lauren know. She'll be excited about that.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to hear mine?
Yes.
Okay, so last week we kind of touched on it. So I'm kind of artsy, and I can draw and paint and do all those kind of things, right? So what I decided, and I've always wanted to do it, and I'm going to do it, is I'm going to write a children's illustrated book.
That's super exciting. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's just going to be
Gavin can read it.
I kind of have an idea of what it's going to be. It's going to be a fairly, like, it's going to be something that parents can read at night to their kids, and it's not going to take 35 minutes. It's just going to be a quick book, and it's going to be something that could possibly turn into more books about the same character. So that was Yeah. I don't think I'm ready. Like, I would love to be able to like write a novel or something like that, but I have no time or idea to even how to do that. So I thought this was something that I just thought it would be easy because I love drawing and painting, and it's one of my few talents. So I thought, I wonder if
I
I can
love
actually
it.
do this.
Because you can, yeah, because a lot of people will do the book, but then they'll get other people to illustrate it. But I love that you
Illustrate,
can
yeah.
do both, right?
Yeah. And I remember like my kids, certain books that they loved. Like there was this one book that we had, and it was really basic. It had like maybe one little line of writing on each page, and it was one of those hard cardboard ones. And every single page had hidden bugs in the bushes and stuff that they
Oh,
had to find.
yeah.
So this was like, oh, I think I read it like 1,000 times because that's all Bailey. It was the only one that Bailey would. She always wanted to pick out the bugs, but she'd get 2 books because that one was like 2 seconds. Anyway, so I was thinking something like that, because I think kids really love that, aspect of being able to see little hidden things. And
Yeah.
yeah, so
I love
that's
that.
it's actually on my wall. So
Ah, cool. I'm super
I
excited.
know I'm kind of like excited about
Look
it.
at us
So
go, hey?
what's that?
Look at us go, hey?
I know.
Who knew what this book would bring out
And
of us?
that's something that I've always wanted to do. That isn't for anybody other than, something
Yeah.
that I want to do for myself.
Yeah.
But I can actually make it where lots of people, could potentially enjoy it. So
Yeah. Oh, that's so
yeah,
cool.
I know. I know. I don't know anything about how to go about how you do it or anything like that, but I'm going to find out and I'm going to learn about it and I know a couple authors, so I'm going to, pick their brain and
Good.
yeah, I know. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll be on the children's bestseller list like
No problem.
2021.
Yeah.
2022, let's say, because I think this year is a write-off. I'm not sure.
We're not quite halfway through the year, so there's still time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like me. Like if I enter a half marathon, it will have to be 2021. And actually, it's not if I enter a half marathon next year, it's when I enter. And it just means
when you can.
When instead of entering it for September, I'll be entering it for the first one of the seasons, right? So
yeah,
that's
exactly
all it means. More practice.
Yeah, I know there's going to be all those things, like the Vancouver Sun Run's not going to be running, the Vancouver Marathon won't be running, any of the other, and because I'm sure Calgary has one, Edmonton has one. I mean, those just aren't going to be, you just
because the one that I looked into was Canmore, which is just outside of Banff, and that one was shut down. So they said cancel.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're going to be able to do, because it's too many people all together. Not once you're out on the course, but right, like at the beginning, it's all like, yeah.
Well, and you have to take cups from everybody, right? Because you're drinking water all the way. Like it's just, there's so much that goes into it.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of changes for sure. Like things are loosening up. I've seen like in Kamloops, just we went to Costco, and some people are really diligent, but then there's other people that just don't care. And I don't know if that's been going on because I have not been going to stores. Jeff's been the one going to the stores. But I noticed in Costco that I'm really watching out for social distancing, and nobody else seemed like they were.
No, it seems like it's been a lot more relaxed in the past. Well, since
so it'll be interesting to see what happens. But everybody stay safe. Don't just because they're loosening it up think it's just
not free for all.
Free for all. Don't start licking doorknobs.
Yeah, exactly.
Not good. So let's get into this book. Let us know if you guys came up with something really major.
Yeah, I'd like to know everybody's goals.
Let us know.
So we can all move each other on for sure, right?
I know. Won't that be exciting as everybody's doing things? So again, I absolutely love her writing. It's so easy to read. And like I said before, it's like she's talking right to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like she calls you out. She's like, listen, dumbass, don't do that to yourself. I shouldn't say that, but
No, but it's true. She does. She's like, that's
Totally
not
true.
a good reason.
Yeah, like if this is how you think of yourself, then you need help.
Yeah.
Like, don't think of yourself that way.
So
Yeah, that's a real eye opener.
What's the name of excuse number 5?
Excuse number 5 is I can't pursue my dreams and still be a good mother, daughter, employee. So what that means is that it's the guilt factor, right? We kind of touched on that last week about taking time, and we're talking about what you want to do for yourself, just yourself, not in a way it's going to affect everybody around you, the good, hopefully.
Yeah.
But this is something just for you, and don't get feeling like if you actually pursue your dream goal, whatever, half marathon, writing a book, whatever, that it's going to take away from your family and your kids and you know, all that kind of thing. She touches on many times in the chapters that I just read that her kids, though young, have seen their mother build a business right from the ground up and become so you know, she's done really well with her business and her books and stuff like that. Yes, it has taken an empire away. Yes, it has taken away time, and it hasn't always been smooth sailing, but they have seen that a woman in this day and age can build an empire and be, you know, have it all, have the family, have the married life, have the vacations, have the kids, everything. So,
yeah,
you know, and that's important. I think that, you know, a mom going out and doing things like this compared to a dad going out and doing things like this. I hate saying that, like I hate generalizing that, but like when she was saying, like when you don't show up to like a school event for your kids, you're looked down on. The other mothers or whatever look down on you. They don't look down on the dad who couldn't get away from his office job to come and, you know, to see the kid do the sports field trip or whatever. So it's definitely it's tougher being a woman, I swear, like that in a family sense, right?
Yeah. Can I read something that
you sure can.
So she said, ladies, you get one chance at this, literally only one chance at this life, and you have no idea when your chance might be over. You cannot waste it living only for everyone else. I think that's good. I really like that.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to have regrets.
No. And I even feel like just by pursuing, like for me, I'm going to use my running. I'm going to feel better about myself because I'm doing what I want to be doing. Like not everything that I want to be doing, but at least one thing that I'm doing. It's going to make me feel good. It's going to give me more energy. It's going to give me a more positive mind. Like I'll just be in a happier place so that I can be happier when I'm actually playing or engaging and spending my time with my kids, right?
Yes.
So
yes, exactly.
All around, it's gonna.
So why would you take that away from yourself? Because the guilt factor, and that's what she's talking about in this.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't let the guilt factor take what you want to do away from you just because you feel guilty.
Yes. And one other thing that she says in this is work-life balance is a myth.
You know, I mean, we definitely have to have balance in some ways, like, but to try and have it exactly like I am going to spend exactly the same amount of time working on my business as I am being a mom and doing the mom things. Like she was a point there that she said she was at a karate class, I think. And, you know, the trade-off for her going to watch her kids or be there with her kids to the karate class meant that she had to sit there with her laptop open and catch up on emails.
Yeah.
She was still there. And she said, I still got looks from people like, you know, but
watching them the whole time.
Like,
yeah. And I know that, like, and I like how she said that it's a myth because everybody's striving for it. But what is it exactly that everybody's striving for, right? Like everybody's idea of work balance, like it doesn't actually happen. And what works for you might not work for me, right? So,
and especially in the beginnings, right? Like in the beginnings of your business, you're opening a business and you have to put the work into it. It's going to take a lot of time doing the things that you need to do to get a business into the successful end, right? So some things are going to get let go. Some family time is going to get let go, but that might not, you're doing this now so that perhaps, a few years down the road that it won't be like that. Like she says, she outsources, she has employees that do the things that used to take up her time. So,
yeah.
All that kind of thing. And that, so I don't know. I agree. Like work, I always get kind of guilty feeling when I have visiting, like when mom and dad are visiting or whatever, and I have to run and go and get on a Zoom for business. They don't understand that, like mom and dad unless you're making $1 million at a home business, it's not worth your time kind of thing. Like they kind of have that mentality. So it's hard. I'm like, I just got to go on a Zoom, or somebody will text me and they need help or something. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I have to kind of almost sneak into the office to get on a Zoom kind of thing. But yeah.
The people, like, even if people come and visit us, they know that we're home during the day. So they think you're free whenever you want to be. Yes. And like, okay, we can schedule around it, but at the same time, it's still a work day for us. We still have to work. Yeah. We just don't have to go in to the office to do it. We can stay here, and we could work in the evening instead of the day if we wanted to, and we can schedule around somebody coming and visiting. But people just think we could drop everything at the drop of a hat, right? And it's like, that's not.
Well, when you have a meeting on Zoom or a phone call or something, I mean, it's just like sitting at an office in a cubicle in a big, high-rise downtown. You can't just go, oh, hey, I just have to get off this meeting because, my mother-in-law just dropped off coffee and she wants to sit and chat. Like, you wouldn't be able to do that at a regular business. So
no, and that's just it too. Yeah, exactly. So
yeah,
no,
I don't know. I mean, there's definitely some balance. Like, you don't want to be at church on a Zoom meeting. I mean, you definitely got to pick and choose there, but
But no, you can't use guilt as an excuse, right?
Definitely not. Okay, so what's the next one?
I'm terrified of failure.
Yeah, I mean, who hasn't felt that way with everything, really? Like, think about it, not just with your business, just with anything. Like and I think, is this what was she talking about, her being on the New York Times bestseller list? Is that?
Yeah, because she told everybody that's what she was going to do.
Told everybody. And then it didn't happen at first.
Yeah.
So she says, I failed in front of 850,000 people.
Yeah.
Beat that. And I don't know. I think saying things out loud keeps you accountable, right?
Well, and that's why, like, for when I decided that that's what I was going to do for my goal was run a half marathon, I decided that I would put it on Facebook. And and now that we've done our show here and I've told everybody what it's going to be, I'm going to do an actual post on it. However, I've been doing stories on it so people can see me every day. So I'm being held accountable every day. And so if I have a crappy run one day, everybody's going to see it, right? But at least they can know
exactly
if I'm or
not. Yeah.
And if I'm failing at it, they're going to be going through this with me at the same time, right?
You know what? If you start having some bad days and you're considering stopping, people that are watching your journey with it are actually going to root you on and give you maybe that extra bump you need to keep it going. So, I mean, doing it publicly is great, I think. And nobody has an absolute, 100% perfect life.
No.
So if you think you're just going to start running and every day you're going to add a mile onto it, and after 13 weeks, you're going to be, ready. I mean, that might not happen. And in a perfect world, it would. But I think people need to see that. Like, I think they just, they need to see that everybody's life isn't just perfect. Like,
yeah,
you're going to nurse some owies, and you're going to get up one day and go, hell no, I'm not going out there. But, you're either going to choose to do it, or you're going to put it off a day, but you're probably going to get back to it. So,
yeah.
There's lots of factors.
But yeah, so that's what she's talking about, is making sure that you're putting it out. Yeah, like one way of holding yourself accountable is letting people know.
Everybody's afraid of failure. Everybody has a fear of not doing well, or embarrassing themselves, or whatever. That don't use that as a reason not to try something, not to go ahead with something that you want to do for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, get past that,
What? If it's something that you think that you're like, yeah, this is something that I want to do, and then you give it a fair shot and you're like, I hate this. Don't keep going. It's okay if you're not going with it, right? You've at least tried to see if this is something that you like or don't like, right?
Yes, exactly. I do. You know what? Here, we're talking about doing something that, sorry, I have to interrupt this program with a chihuahua. Why we're talking about doing something that's good for you, that's fun, that makes you feel better. So if it's something that you get into and you absolutely hate,
don't do it.
Keep doing it. Change. That's what those signs on the road are for. If it's not going right, go left.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but the thing is, at least try. If it's something that you think you're gonna like, try it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. Okay, the next one.
Yeah,
it's been done before.
Everything's been done before.
So what?
Exactly.
Hasn't been done by you.
Yeah, and
right.
And you're different than the other person that's done it. Not everybody's the same. You're gonna put your own twist on it, right?
Yes, of course. Yeah, and you can't compare yourself to anybody else, because you're never going to be like 100% like that person. Even if you followed step by step what they did, it's not going to turn out the same for you. So
no, and don't even try to compare yourself to that other person.
Yeah. So that's an excuse. I'm not going to do this because it's been done before. Why would I want to do it? It's been done before.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a great example. Who's watched something on TikTok? Have you, Linda?
Yep.
Okay, so on TikTok, there's songs, and they dance to them. And 100,000 different people dance to the same damn song, the same moves, but they all do it. They don't care. Like, that's what we're talking about. Don't, just because so-and-so's done this before, if it's something that inspires you, or it's something you want to do it.
And you know what you were saying with all the dances? Every one of them looks different, because you all put your own spin on it. Your moves, whether it's like even just like a move of the hand, would be completely different from one person to another.
I mean, you think about it, other than choreographed dance places like shows, Vegas shows, you think that they're, what do you call it? Like a chorus line, or what are those dancers in New York? The Rockettes. They all kick exactly the same. Okay, yeah, they dance the same. Have you ever been somewhere dancing and see one person that dances the same as another?
Oh yeah, no, those people that are even trained have their own little tweaks to different.
Yes, you can always tell them apart.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So that you shouldn't even consider that as an excuse that it's been done before.
That was a really good analogy, Robin. I like that.
Like, just because, all these like bazillionaires made these certain kinds of computers and stuff doesn't mean if you're like a computer nerd that you shouldn't try and make your own computer.
Yeah.
Like, who knows, right? So anyways, non-excuse, can't use that. And all right, what's the next one?
I was gonna say, and root those people on too.
Yes.
Plus, they led the way for you, actually. they've given you steps that you can use to make it easier for yourself to reach the point, right?
Things that worked and things that didn't. So
Yes, learn from them. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
And you know what too is like this, I don't know. I think we have to go back a couple, but here's something too. Is like for me, when I try and sit down with people and do like crafts and arts with them, they go, I can't do that. I have no talent. I cannot do that. And they quit before they even try.
Oh yeah, at least try it.
Drives me crazy.
At least try it.
I'll try anything. I seriously will try anything other than anything with peppers in it because it would kill me. But anything that isn't dangerous or you know, that's going to kill me, I'll try it. I don't
know
care.
what the thing is if you try it and like it didn't go well, laugh at yourself. I laugh at myself all the time.
Like, who do you think you are that you're going to instantly be perfect at something? Like,
oh, yeah.
I just, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I had to practice my humor until I got, you know, as dry as it is. It didn't just come naturally. But whatever. Okay, so the next one is, what will they think?
Yeah.
Do you care what they think?
OPO. Right? Other people.
Should you care what people think?
Other people's opinions. Who cares? Right? She said in this one,
if you led your life only concerned about what people think, what would get done?
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing. Can you imagine? Like, you name it. Like, even my kids tease me because I use my phone like this. Like, I don't care what you think. You use your phone the way you're going to use your phone. I'm going to use the phone the way you know.
Yeah.
I don't care. And I don't care so much now compared to when I was young. I think we talked about that last week is, you know, when you're, you know, just a young adult and stuff, you do care. You care what people think of you because that's what's been just smashed into your head so many years in school that you have to impress everybody. And, you know, you know the people that love you and accept you for no matter what you do. You know, whoever your spouse, partner, whatever is, that you want to make sure that you're being good to them and being good to you and stuff like that. Your kids, you definitely don't want them to hate you or not look up to you. I mean, those are the people that matter. Nobody else does.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Nobody.
And she talks about the substantiated. And those are people that do care about you coming to you and saying that their opinion. Yeah. But their opinion could be like said in a really like a downplayed way, right?
Yes.
Like, come on, do you really think that you need to be doing that? That such and such is more important to you or should be more important to you than this running a marathon. Why are you doing this for yourself? Your boys need you up there, right?
Yeah, that's you're wasting an hour and a bit a day to run.
Yeah.
Are you nuts? Like, I wouldn't want to do something that felt good for an hour. Why would you go and run for an hour?
Yeah.
I would never do something like that. That's just a complete waste of time. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like,
and I have to
back off.
Say, this makes me feel good. I'm doing this for me. The boys will be just fine without me for an hour and a bit a day, right? Like those, you need to say that to people.
I mean, I'm all for people having their opinions and voicing their opinions and all that kind of thing. I don't need to take it as law. Like, I have my own opinion. I have my own thoughts. I have my own brain. I'm going to make decisions that are going to be for me. You're not.
Yeah.
I have to deal with whatever decision I make. You don't.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Don't let somebody talk you out of things. Like, you know, yes, if you're seriously going to jump off a bridge into shallow water, let them talk you out of it. But for things that,
if it's a safety concern, yes.
you need to take responsibility for your life. You need to make decisions, and then you need to sleep in the bed that you made. They all say, don't judge somebody unless you've walked a mile in their shoes. Have they walked a mile in yours?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
so,
exactly. And then the
yeah.
hearsay ones are like somebody saying, or that you think that they said because they put something on your post that you're not quite sure how to interpret their comment, and that could have meant this,
Yeah.
and like, who cares?
Like in our business, like we reach out to people, we talk to people, and tell them about our business and the pros and cons, mostly pros, but and then some people are like, hey, yeah, I'll listen to this, whatever. And then some people are like, it's a scam. You're a scammer. You're ripping people off. Like, they're so nasty. And that is the last thing that I'm trying to do. But you get this all the time when you're in business.
Yeah.
And if I stopped every time somebody like said, you're just like, you're fake, like you're lying, you're a scammer, if I did that, then, I'd still, be hitting nails with a hammer. I mean, that's what would be happening, right? So, yeah. Or not even necessarily with business. If I listen to every bad bit of, whatever I got, like feedback from something, I wouldn't get anything done because I'd be so worried about, what people thought of me, and I don't care.
And another one that she talks about too is like, and I can't remember if it's this chapter or a different one, but she was saying how if she wrote something in her book, she'd get somebody to read it. I think it was her husband even, would get someone to read it. And then he would say his opinion on it. And then she'd be like, oh, should I change it to be that way, even though that's where I didn't want it to go? Or, how you just have that mind game then of like, oh, maybe my way wasn't going to be good enough then, right? And it's, nope, just go with what.
I mean, you definitely, there's things you're going to listen to and you're going to go, I mean, the worst thing you can do is just close your mind and not be open to anything. So you need to have an open mind, but you need to have your own mind. Like, yes, let them suggest things. And if it still isn't quite what you're trying to say or do, then don't change. Like, don't change for somebody else. If it goes to hell, it goes to hell. Start over. Try something else. Listen maybe next time, but,
it's almost like you're looking for approval, right? And that's what's giving, that's what
possibly people are like this too, is that, okay, Lindsay, if you tell me what the plot of this book I'm going to write is, then when it fails, I'm going to blame you. Right? So I think some people accept what others think so that they have a reason when something fails to blame somebody else other than themselves.
Another excuse.
Exactly. So, it is what it is. I mean, you're making the decisions in your life, make them and stick to them and deal with them if they work or not.
Yeah.
It's all you can do. It's all you can do. So,
exactly.
All right. Here's the chapter that I did not read. I did say to Lindsay that, I can talk my way through anything. So, good girls don't hustle.
Yes.
That is excuse number 9.
It is. So something I enjoyed from this one, I'll read it. And then that way maybe you can branch off from there.
Bring it on.
All right. So the hustlers I know, they're human and they face the same insecurities as the rest of us. But when push comes to shove, they don't overthink it or debate it. They just put their heads down and get back to work. That's what hustle means to me. It means that you're willing to work for it, whatever it is, whatever you want. And you don't assume anyone is going to give it to you, but it can be yours.
I mean, you face this in life like all the time.
Yeah.
And especially if it's something that these goals that Lindsay and I have set. I mean, after I really started thinking about it, because it only took me like till the next day, like so Thursday last week, to go, you know what? This is something I've always wanted to do. So now it's in there and I feel it and I think about it so much. And yeah, I'm like that though. And I think you are too, Lindsay, that once you get a hold of something, unless it really goes sideways, I mean, nothing's going to derail you kind of thing. So, yeah, I mean, you got to work, right? In business, in life, in relationships. It's not just going to, you can't just silver platter everything. I hope something can, but I've had to work at everything that I've ever got.
Yeah.
I'm not,
and for myself,
everything. What's that?
And for myself, like, I'm a competitive person, but not against other people. I'm competitive with myself.
Yourself, yes.
So I challenge myself to just keep going, and I have the drive to get myself through whatever it is that I have set in front of me.
Yeah, like when I was like in school, my brother and I are only a year apart. He's older. He struggled through school, struggled. And like he had to work his butt off to get grades that, like to get a B or whatever. I just opened a book, got an A. Like that's just how I was. In sports, he had to really, really work at things. I don't know why, but I just always picked things up really fast. And so I always excelled in sports. Not now. But I don't know. So I guess that's my silver platter moment that I was able just to go through. But I tell you what, when I first started working, like I became an adult and got a job and had bills and all that kind of thing, I was a problem solver, and I am to this day. If there's something in front of me that I get past, I'm a problem solver. I figure out how to get past it. That is in business. That is fixing my dishwasher. That is, I don't have the right spice, so I'm going to put in there and say, I mean, it encompasses a whole huge amount. Yeah. So, hustling is that for me too. Like, you're going to get over that obstacle no matter what.
Yeah, and I will admit, oh, sorry, what?
No, go.
I was just going to say, I will admit that if there's something that I need to, if it's just too much to process, I will take a step back and probably even remove myself for a good chunk of time. But yeah, ultimately, I will come through with how to solve it or how to go forward. I just need to take that time for myself.
Yes. A lot of people see obstacles and it's something that they can't overcome. Like I'm just going to stop. Like, there's no point in carrying on. Whereas I think certain minded people just naturally kind of go, well, if I don't figure out how to get this solved, then, what's the point? What is the point of what I've done up to this point? So problem solving is I would say hustling is very similar to problem solving. Like, I think that you need to do whatever you can to move yourself forward.
Yeah.
So don't use that as an excuse, like good girls don't hustle. Maybe I don't want to be a good girl. Maybe that's,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know what that is, a good girl. Like, I mean, I'm a good person. Like, I don't do bad things. I don't, judge. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I judge some people, but like, you won't
let people push you over.
No, God, no, never. I just, and I did for a long time, and I just, I don't know. I'm just not like that anymore. So too far the other way, maybe. But I think I would rather have people like that around me than people that tell white lies just to make everybody happy. And I don't. In fact, it infuriates me when I get around certain friends and stuff that just are okay with everything. Like they just, okay. And I'm like, say no. If you don't want to do it, just say no.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. But yeah. But anyways, so are we still, where are we at in the book? Are we done excuses now?
Yes.
Oh, we get to
behavior now.
Ooh, now we're in trouble.
Yeah. So next week we will have chapters 1 through 4 read. Robin, 1 through 4.
All right. In behavior.
Yes.
Okay.
But the excuses were good. They got you to take a good look at all the bull crap that you need to push aside, get around, just do it, right?
Yeah, I mean, who hasn't used all those? I've used them all. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
You know, that's human nature, is to come up with a reason why something can happen.
Oh, for sure.
Or didn't happen, or didn't get done, or whatever. I mean,
yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this book is it's definitely eye-opening. Like you kind of go, oh God, yeah, I do that. Oh man, I do that, and you know, kind of thing. So she really calls you out on it, but I'm really enjoying it. Like really enjoying it. So
yeah.
And I didn't honestly think I would. I was like, whatever. But no, I'm glad.
Yeah, I know when I mentioned it to you, you didn't seem super pumped about it, but I was like, whatever.
I don't care. You want me to change what I want to read because you don't want to?
Robin gets to pick.
Apologizing.
Yeah, Robin gets to pick the next book then, and I just have to go with it.
The shades of gray.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff.
Oh man, I know. It's so funny.
Yeah, like it would. I want to hear what everybody else.
Right. So everybody should tune in next week because Robin's gonna have a new hairdo to show you.
Yes, I'm super excited to see that. Yes.
Yeah, I have succumbed to the I need to get my hair cut off quarantine isolation issue.
So I was gonna. How does that work? Do you have to wear a mask while you're getting it done?
Yeah, like I was reading up on it. You have to wait outside until they call you, and you have to bring a mask, and they wear masks and whatnot. So yeah, it's tough for all those people that are in close contact with clients, like dentists and doctors and you know, dental hygienists and barbers and hairdressers and nail people and all that kind of thing. So, I mean, face it, people, if you're not well, if you don't feel well, stay home. That's what it's all about. Yeah. You know, that's, if you're not well and you think you might have it, or you've been around somebody that maybe has had it, even though I think the numbers are going so far down that it's tough to tell, but just stay home. If you're not feeling good, stay home. That's how it works.
That should be if you have a regular cold.
Like, truthfully, really? You're so right. Like, I can remember I worked at the post office when I was like 19 till I was like 26 or something. And if you phoned in sick, man, you got raked across the coals. They wanted a note from the doctor and all this kind of thing. Because I'd be like, okay, I'm coughing up a lung. Yeah. And I feel like just death warmed over. I have a temperature, but they still want you to come into work.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you're going to get
that change.
Yeah, you're going to get you're going to get everybody else sick too, right?
And I used to say that. Yeah, I used to say that to my boss. Like, you want me to come in and get everybody in there sick?
Yeah, so everybody's calling in sick then instead of just one person.
Yeah, so then you're totally short-staffed and all this kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know what's happening for kids in your province. Like, they're letting grades 1 through 5, kindergarten through 5. You can choose. Parents are choosing if they're having their kids go or not.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's a terrible idea, but
yeah, for sure. If that's what they're
what's another month? There's only a month left of school. Like, why risk it?
Yeah. And I just know our boys stay at home, so I haven't been paying attention to the school for my.
Yeah, like I think that it's almost like they're guinea pigs to see what's going to happen. I don't know. I'm kind of like I'm happy things are kind of opening up, and I'm cautiously optimistic that we can hold it together as a country, kind of thing. But I'm still nervous. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still kind of like, I guess I'm not as nervous for me as I am for other people that maybe can't handle the flu kind of thing. So, but we'll see. I mean, we're going to see in a couple weeks what happens, right?
So, for sure. Time will tell.
But he just needs to keep practicing social distancing. I don't think that's ever going to change now. And you know, just keep yourself safe. Do what you're supposed to do. So simple as that. All right.
Awesome.
So that's a show. How do we do?
Good.
I don't think we had very many viewers, but
I think it's because you're on.
We get lots of. Because why?
I think it's because you show up on my page.
Oh.
Right. And I know we've done that before in the past, and so it just comes across a little bit differently. But for some reason, it doesn't do the same thing as if you do it on your own.
But I know a few people watched the replay last week, so it'll probably be.
Yeah, so if you're watching this, type in replay, right?
Yeah. I'm in Facebook jail, so it's just not it's not normally how we do things.
Yeah. And then if anybody's watching and wants to come into our Facebook group, let us know. We're in the Daily Splash, and
for sure.
Yes, get in there.
For sure.
All right.
I know I got to get posting back in there as soon as I can post. I guess I can do go lives. I did a go live in there, so
yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand these rules.
No, I know. It's so confusing.
Too many rules lately. So
get out of there though, so you can be back to normal.
All right. So make sure you guys read the next chapters. It's an awesome book. I just love it. So
yeah.
And we will see you next Wednesday.
Sounds good. Take care, everyone.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.